So look who showed up today. It's Sid. Sid, great to have you today.
Thanks for having me back, man.
So Sid had a couple appointments to run out here in Riverside, asked me to join him. I brought the camera. We just passed this RV lot right off the 91 freeway. There are hundreds of campers sitting out in the lot here, right off the freeway, the 91 here, hundreds and hundreds of them. I don't think you could stick another camper on the lot here. What does this say about the U.S. economy? Because I think it's really a barometer.
Oh, definitely. It's very, very slow right now with what's going on with the economy. And this is a very, very dire situation right here.
It's no longer a boom.
It's done, you know.
Yeah, the boom is done, no doubt about it. People aren't buying RVs. Interest rates are going up to borrow money. Much higher than they were a year ago. All the free money's run out, so now all the toys are sitting on the lots. And I kid you not, we'll film some more of this lot. It's humongous, much larger than the one by our house out in the desert of Coachella Valley. This one's much, much bigger. The inventory, they're stacked. Now, real quick, I want to talk about something with Sid. I was reading the comments last night, and many people were talking about that they've been laid off their jobs, family members laid off, friends, children, their children laid off of jobs, and this is becoming a real problem, and it's affecting average Americans now, and it's affecting people in the comments, and I'm starting to see more and more people now being affected by these layoffs, now being unemployed. Sid, what do you have to say?
Absolutely, you know, you read it in the news every day with what's going on with the tech jobs, with what's going on with all these jobs that are no longer needed because, you know, they're being replaced by, you know,
robots.
exactly, self-checkouts. You see that on a daily basis. You can go to your local store, you see that. You go to a Circle K now has a self-checkout. You know, these jobs are being replaced by computers, you know.
And of course we have a bad economy and companies have to lay off. There's no way around it. So yeah, jobs are being replaced with technology, robotics. Jobs are being cut because of a bad economy, and they will be replaced because of a bad economy with robots and robotics and technology, no doubt about it. But any advice that you would give to people out there right now who might have lost a job yesterday or over the past week?
You know, keep your head up high, keep your hustle going, try to get that extra job, try to get that extra side hustle that will help you through a tough time, or that'll help you through a layoff, or, you know, just keep your head up, don't give up. Number one, keep trying, keep applying, apply yourself, be your own best asset to yourself, and just get out there and try to be the best you could be.
I think that's great advice. You know, I think a lot of people will put a lot of emotion in it, like they can't believe they worked somewhere for 10 years, maybe 20 years. It's very emotional.
And then they get let go just like that.
Right, and it's an emotional thing, and it's hard to swallow. I think that you got to get emotions out, and you just got to get right back out there. Take advantage of some of these service sector jobs. Get a side hustle. Get 2, get 3 side hustles. Sitting at home, being emotional, being upset is not going to pay the bills. It's not going to help you out. It's not going to build the cash reserves up. It's just going to cost you more capital. So Sid is absolutely right. Just get back out there. Keep your head up. And just, you know, hustle. That's all about hustle.
Don't get complacent. Don't be lazy. Don't sit on the couch, you know, playing video games, watching sports, and not getting out there and trying to be productive and being a productive U.S. citizen. You know, you got to get out there. You got to try. If you're not out there trying, nothing good is ever going to happen.
I agree. That's the mental mindset, right? Have that mental mindset that I'm not going to sit at home, be a couch potato. I'm going to get back up on my feet, get back out there. Hey, maybe it's you know, not the career path that you want, the job that you want. It doesn't give you the hours or the benefits. But guess what? You're hustling. You're producing. You're picking up that paycheck, and you're doing the right thing. And it's keeping your mind and your body sharp. Sitting at home, watching Netflix, feeling sorry for yourself. Not sharpening your skills, that's not a good thing to do. Getting back out and staying sharp mentally and physically and hustling, that's going to keep you sharp. And eventually another door will open and you're going to be sharp and ready for that.
Exactly.
So Sid is absolutely right. Don't sit at home. Don't sit on the couch. Don't cry. Just get back out there and hustle your butt off.
Exactly. And by not doing it, you'll never get it done. So make sure you're trying your best, because you know these layoffs are coming. You see it right now. There's a lot of people out. It's like nobody's working. And these RVs, you know, nobody's gonna buy these things. They're just piling up, and there's for miles and miles off the freeway. You see the same thing. All these lots just packed with
used
them.
car lots and the RV lots all along as we drove through Riverside today.
Exactly.
They're just piling up. So it's definitely a barometer. It's telling us something that the consumer is not consuming like they once did. They're not buying the toys like they once did. Again, to purchase one of these, most people finance. Rates have gone way up. It's going to be much harder to move product off the lots. And it's definitely going to be a drain on the economy, and they cannot hide this stuff. These things are piling up. So we'll show you a little bit more of this, and stay tuned. More video to come. Okay, perfect.
You know, just being out here and wanting to help out and just make a difference for everyone, you know, and God bless everybody.
God bless you guys. You got enough? Okay, we got a few things we'll drop off over there. Maybe this person needs
Have
something.
a great day. God
Okay.
bless.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh, we'll give it to somebody. Okay.
Yeah.
You got a girl? You might need a sweater. Okay. And a dog.
You got a dog?
Some snacks for the dog.
Good.
Here's a canned food.
Here's
Some drink for you. Have a good one, brother.
thank you. Said anything.
You know, just makes you get humble when you see something like this, and you know you have a roof over your head, and utilities and food on the table, and you come to a place like this. You know, it just makes you realize how really blessed we are.
Right, right. Let's walk over here. So, while we're driving up over to the RV thing, we just caught this thing going on, some people, and we made sure we came out to Riverside to bring some food, bring some water, bring some pet food, bring clothes, in case we saw anybody needed help on the way. And I'll tell you, everywhere you go, people need help. None of this is possible without all of you. The donations, thank you so much. It allows us to pick up a few things, put gas in the car. I thank Sid for taking his time coming out here today. People need help. So, you know, when we come out in these areas, we always like to pack something so we can drop off to people. So again, thanks to everybody out there for the donations. We're gonna make sure that we start doing more on a regular basis. This is absolutely unacceptable, people living like this. You know, it's nice to be able to like give to a charity. It's much different when you actually come out here and see it for yourself and do it for yourself. Not saying that, you know, you're a bad person if you don't do this. If you can just give to a charity, great. But you don't know where the money's really going. We know where this money's going. It's going right to people who need it, right to their hands. It's not some politician stealing your money. These people are getting the food, they're getting the clothes, and we're making sure of that. So thank you so much.
So why are you here? You know, what brought you?
I ended up on the streets 4 years ago.
And just talk up a little bit so everybody can hear you.
I ended up on the streets about 4 years ago, and just unfortunate series of events that happened that led me out here. And then just once you get into the streets, they say it's hard to get out, but I never believed it until I was in it. And unfortunately, get involved with drug use. Not everybody, but big majority of it. To get out of it is a lot harder than getting in, and unfortunately, I don't feel like there's enough focus. They focus on just the negative, and they continue to take our belongings from us and kick us out of places that they don't want us in the public eye, but they don't want us to be off in our privacy, and so they come and they take all of our belongings.
So are you guys getting any type of help? Is anybody trying to help?
They come out and they offer ID vouchers. They offer us to go to a shelter that has never had any openings or any sort of, you know, beds available, anything. Right. And that's the only offer that they help.
So they don't have the resources, but it's okay to send all this money over to other countries, right? Like, it's okay to send money over to Eastern Europe by the tens of billions of dollars, but this is what they leave you with: no help whatsoever. This is appalling. It's a travesty. It's absolutely repulsive and disgusting that America is allowing this to happen. Yeah, there's drug use, there's people who've made some bad decisions in life, but I just think as America, we don't give up on people, and we just don't allow this to be sitting on the streets. Like, we're supposed to be the wealthiest nation on planet Earth, and yet this is what we're doing. This is going on. Sid.
Yes, you know, and what led you out here? I mean, you said drug use? Or,
no, I was never really a drug user before. I actually have an associate's degree.
You have an associate's degree
in social and behavioral sciences. I wanted to be a psychology major. I still do. I still will. I was taking care of my grandmother who was passing cancer, and when it got down to her being in hospice, it was time for me and my son to go. And I have 2 children. Thank goodness that they weren't in the system. They were family, but I ended up on a motel voucher through welfare. There's general assistance, and they don't. 16 days is a hotel voucher. How are you supposed to relocate and find a home in 16 days? It's honestly, it's almost impossible.
So did you lose a job, or what happened?
I was actually taking care of my granny. She was dying of cancer, and she needed somebody with her all the time. And I was the only one that was able to. So I worked graveyard shift. I was working. I had a job. I've always worked since I was 16, 17 years old. I just, unfortunately, one thing led to another, and there's not enough opportunities.
Right. So we have opportunity inequality in America, like wealth inequality, right? There's just not the opportunity. And before I forget, like, a lot of people just say everybody's on drugs or everybody got here because of drugs, but people don't get on the drugs till they get here.
It's to keep up with the lifestyle, and it sounds cliche or honestly, I mean, I'm a recovering heroin addict. I got off the drugs being homeless on the streets. I started doing it when I ended up in the streets. Almost 3 years clean come next month.
Very good.
Methamphetamine is the biggest, I think, because
but people are kind of driven to that, right? Like, because they're at a dead end. So now they feel
you got to get that energy to keep up with your stuff, to move around because they're relocating. I'm not saying that's the excuse, but that's honestly the only reason I see people get on that drug. Right. And when you're so, and then I mean, I look like I was ran through a tree grinder, you know, and it's just the streets tear you down, and drugs.
80,000 people are going to be praying for you.
Thank you very much.
Any plans from here? Any plan for the future? What do you think?
I'm just waiting. I'm hoping. I've been praying. God and I are very, very close. He answers my prayers every day. He's more than amazing. He's more than very, very strong in my life, and I'm just waiting for that one door to open. Him to open that door, give me the opportunity, somewhere to go that's not a 90 days, because 90 days is not possible to get into a home that you can stay away from the streets. So I'm looking for like a long-term 6 month to 2 year program, and they honestly, Riverside County, California in general, hardly has anything like that available. And I don't want to leave California because my kids are here. And I have to be close enough in case of emergency. It's just
but I think we'd all agree that the system should be and could be doing a lot more right here, instead of worrying about people 10,000 miles away. We need to handle our own business before we're handling business 10,000 miles away.
Exactly. They would see a lot of the crime go down because unfortunately
100%.
The homeless, you know, they come and they literally will take every bit of food, clothing, and so then what do the homeless have to go do? We have to go back and get it in store. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate, and I'm not one to hide what you know what I mean? When you have to do it to survive, you can't walk around here naked. You can't walk around here starving. Unfortunately, I'm the one, they call me Mama Bear out here, so I take care of a lot of people. I make sure I work hard to keep what I have, to make sure that we stay going and we're healthy somewhat, you know? And
well, you do have a purpose, and you know, I think God is looking after you. And like you say, your prayers are answered, and just continue praying.
Like Sid says, don't quit.
Never.
Just keep going, keep praying.
Never. And I know it's
door,
coming
door,
soon.
door's going to open for you.
Coming soon.
I want everybody watching this tonight to make sure that they're praying for you in your name.
Crystal.
Crystal. Make sure we're all praying for Crystal.
Thank you.
That the door opens and she is out of here, because this is no place for a woman, that's for sure.
It's no place for a human being, honestly.
You got it. You got it. Well, Crystal,
It's
thank
a
you.
travesty what's going
Thank
on.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you so much.